Yeah, as the time comes, man, you know how I go. Black history about to come. Talk about the ins and out of history, stuff like that. All the great people that went on to better green pastures when it comes to leaving a legacy and leaving it well for our development. And that's where it's at in state of affairs when it comes to this Black History Month. So I just want to elaborate on some certain topics and aspects, what have you. I had some stuff on my mind I wanted to talk about. When it comes to this microscope they have on these certain movements, Black Lives Matter, and all the stuff going on in Hollywood. One must take a very bird's eye view of certain activities when it comes to that. When it comes to that situation of Flint, Michigan. You see, Flint, Michigan is one of many places that been lost and forgotten. Everyone is on the governor's case. Everyone is on the city council within Flint, Michigan's case. But as the industries left, far as the motor industry and the rides, it never rebound. And it's a very rich place when it comes to our entertainment. Motown once was flourishing, and GM was once flourishing with the plants, what have you. But they outsourced the jobs, and the place it's well overdue because the place has been under the poverty line for years, and this is why you have crime and extermination of the majority of Black folks that live in Flint, Michigan. My thing is this. The city owes them an apology. Not only apology, the city owes them money. Reparations for the people that have been suffering and not knowing what's going on within their bodies due to lead poisoning. See, lead poisoning messes up your bones in your body. Long-term effects, it dumbs your kids down. This is why some of these kids that have problems in school, because they have poison within their bloodstream due to corrosion of pipes. And my thing is this, these people knew this, so why didn't they change it? I'm going to tell you how it's supposed to go. I'm going to tell you what's really going on. You see, when you got people in high positions, they don't care. They sell out. They don't care about humanity, and it's all about the buck. They got the power, they know the documentation, they know the paperwork, and they just don't give a damn about, especially if they racist, they don't care. So these are the things we have to take in consideration when it comes to Black people all across the board. And I will be doing more videos because I feel as though we're going to have this month like we've been having it. I'm going to just set aside this month to talk about Black issues. So it's going to be like an arsenal of more videos coming out when it comes to the issue of Black folks. Well, as you know, it's a biohazard. It's a biohazard. And a biohazard is contamination, poison, danger, and it's not for human consumption. And this is what the residents of Flint, Michigan been drinking, not for months, years. It takes time for those pipes to get corroded. It takes time for the process of extermination slowly. Okay, so my thing is this. We need to key in on the key issues here. It's not just only Flint, Michigan. It's a lot of cities that's going through this, inner cities. And let me tell you about this. Now, I'm a former man of the trades, and I'm speaking to the plumbers that's black in Flint, Michigan, and the unions up there, if they have any unions up there. Because I know the job industry up there sucks. So I'm talking to y'all, man. Talk to the residents that are tradesmen. Y'all need to say something, man. And this is where the problem this is what the problem. I'm gonna go deeper into this because they've been doing this for a couple years now. Then it took a lot of vocational schools out the curriculum within these school systems. If men knew how to build and knew the education and the mathematics to build, they wouldn't already, shot over that city council and black men as a force. The labor unions wouldn't have got up there, redistributed the water supply mains, and hooked into fresh water aqueducts. So I don't want to hear this. It's no excuse. You got two kind of men. You got blue collar men. You got men that's hard hats, and you got men that's suits. And this is what we got to get back to. If these men are not employed, if they don't have the right education so they can get currency, I mean, what do you go to school for? You go to school 12 years. You go to colleges, you get all these degrees and accolades, and at the end of the day, you're supposed to get a job to pay at least 6-7 figures so you can live accordingly to how America is based on murder, mayhem, and greed, and pillaging, and interloping. See, it's deeper. Once you know how this country was founded, you should live accordingly and play the game of life and play the chess game so you can live somewhat a productive life. It wasn't one on God's word. It wasn't one on religion, folks. America was one on violence and pillaging and lying and distorting history books and just doing all kinds of chicanery. And once you know that on the chessboard of life, you should know how to play the game with your adversaries and your foes. So it's a very, very in-depth I must go because y'all need to understand the process. And that's what it is. You can sit around and shuck and jive and think it's not true, but it is true when it comes to that. People tend to want to sweep stuff under the rug, but by sweeping it under the rug doesn't help. And we, as black folks, need to address these issues. We need more men in the construction industry, and then we wouldn't have to rely on the major conglomerates and construction firms to fix our own problems. If we had men with knowledgeable things about water treatment plants and plant plumbing versus electricians, plumbers, boiler makers, plant boilers, pipe fitters, sprinkler fitters, all the different kind of titles and terms and conditions to the construction trade. If we had those men employed in those sectors within the construction industry as black Negro men, we wouldn't have to rely on other people that the government outsourced for them to come in and interlope and take the money out of our children's mouth. We have our own money. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't have to rely on nobody. See, this is what we got to get back to. And I come from the issue from another source. What I mean, I come from another angle because I want y'all to see that what I'm talking about. That's what we need. And I will go into some other videos about the decay of sperm. I made a video about that. That coincides what's going on now. And the demasculation of black men and the over feminizing black men as far as these dresses. But I will go in depth in my next videos in my arsenal when it comes to this. Because all this coincides and interconnects with the problems that's going on in Flint, Michigan. Men need to stand up and be men of the household, black men again, and need to lay the law down. So we won't have to rely on some scraps from masters' tables. Now, hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all till the next video.